Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited about today's video because it is the first in my new schedule. So I have come up with a new schedule that's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, uploading in the early afternoon, so between kind of 2 and 4 most likely Central Time. And it's going to be on Mondays we're going to have a hashtag Abby report, which will be testing out new products, any kind of reviews, hot or not type things. And then on Wednesday it's going to be a tutorial day. So I'm really excited about that. I really wanted to do a tutorial every week, so Wednesday is going to be hashtag Abby tutorials, and then Friday is going to be hashtag Abby loves, and that is going to be favorite products, hot product of the week, any kind of favorite type tags, something that I really want to highlight for you guys that I'm really loving. So it's not going to be a Friday favorites video, but it's going to be something along those lines. So that is what's going to be coming on this channel. It doesn't mean that there aren't going to be any other types of videos. I can always fit videos into one of those 3 categories is kind of what I came up with. But if it doesn't, I'll still make a video on it, especially if you guys want to see it. It'll just be on Tuesday or Thursday or Saturday or Sunday or one of the other days that I don't have these videos scheduled. I really wanted to make a schedule so that I could focus on the content that I think that you guys like to see, and also that I like to create, and that we can kind of see where we go from there. And if you guys have ideas for me, if you want me to do something else or add something in, I'm always down to take your suggestions and your requests. That is what I'm here for. I want to make content that you guys like to see, but I thought that this kind of encompasses everything that I love to do and why I wanted to restart this channel, and hopefully it's helpful for you and you guys really enjoy it. So today's video is the first ever hashtag Abby report, or as I'm calling it, the Abby report. A la Stephen Colbert, if you guys ever watched that. But anyway, today we are reviewing the Too Faced The Power of Makeup by NIKKIETUTORIALS palette and everything that comes along with it. Now, I was so excited to get this palette when it went on sale. I definitely wanted to pick it up, not only because Too Faced is one of my favorite brands, but because I really love watching Nikki. I think she does an amazing job with her makeup and other people's makeup, and just she does some of the most fabulous tutorials out there. I think she's phenomenal, and so I knew this palette was going to be really good, and I wanted to check it out. So when you open the kit, I filmed some footage that I'm going to slide in here for you guys. When you open it, you get a sketch marker eyeliner. You have the palette, of course. You also get a purple mascara, which I think is awesome and genius of Nikki to do a purple mascara with Better Than Sex, because right now they only have the black mascara. You also get a Too Faced glitter, which is beautiful, and a Shadow Insurance, which is one of my favorite eye primers of all time. I love Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Now, if you open the palette, you will see that you have 3 rows of shadows, and you have 9 total. You have 2 blush, a bronzer, and a highlight. And I'm going to go through swatches of these for you guys. I did finger swatches, and then I also did brush swatches so that you could get an idea for how they will apply on your eye as well as with your finger, because your finger will always pick up more pigment than your brush will. That's just how it goes. So it doesn't mean if the brush swatch isn't quite as pigmented, it doesn't mean that it's a bad shadow at all. It just means that your finger picks up more pigment, because that's true. So I love the names of the shadows, first of all. I specifically love the name Makeup and Chill, Frosted Yum. I love Mystic Hour. Mystic Hour and Wham Bam are probably my 2 favorite shadows in this palette. The bright tealy blue and the bright purple I think are so beautiful. I think she did a really good job with the names. The only thing that I really think initially this palette is missing is a mirror, but I love how they did the advertising for the palette over here. It is pretty much the same as the front of the palette though, so I would have liked to have a mirror, even if it was a small mirror in here, so that you could take this palette on the road and do your makeup on the go if you didn't have a mirror in front of you. But I usually always have one, but it's nice to have that in a palette, although it would make the palette a little bit more bulky. So I think that they geniusly incorporated a peachy blush and a pinky blush so that it'll work with multiple different kinds of skin tones. When you're creating this and you have such a wide variety of people following you that would want to buy this palette, I think it's really nice to take into considerations different types of skin tones, lighter skin tones, darker skin tones, and I think that it's a really good shadow range overall. You have 4 matte shadows and 5 shimmers, and you have ranging from super light to a matte black. Now, I want to go over the shades with you guys and how I found them to swatch. So Ivy, Sugar Coated, and Frosted Yum I thought were all really beautiful. Ivy's a very nice, super creamy kind of matte white shade. that would be really good as an eyeshadow base, even over Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Sugar Coated is a really pretty actually highlight. You could use that on your cheekbones. I think it would look really pretty there. It's just a nice kind of frosty pink. And then you have your Silver, which I was actually surprised to see in this palette, but I really liked it. I thought it's a very pretty silver. You can see, you guys, these shadows are so pigmented. The brush swatches are amazing. The finger swatches are amazing. I loved Irresistible. I thought it was a superb gold, and I use it to apply here in a second that I'll show you guys when I do the eye tutorial. I use it with a little bit of my MAC Fix Plus, which applied so well. Painkiller is such a pretty transition color, and then you have Makeup and Chill, which is a bit of a darker brown, kind of a la MAC Swiss Chocolate. The biggest problem that I had came with Makeup and Chill, unfortunately, because it was actually probably the shade in the palette that I was excited about for a crease color. Most excited about for a crease color. I found the shadow incredibly hard to blend, and you can see in the swatch that it does come off a little bit patchy, and it's really the only shadow in here that I felt was challenging to swatch or blend, and the only really patchy shade, and it probably is the most disappointing part of the palette for me. You'll see when I show you guys the tutorial, I had a very hard time blending this in my crease, and I just didn't like it, so I probably won't reach for that shade very much. Unless it's for like a liner or smoking out my lower lash line, which it was very good for, but applying it in the crease, I just, mixed with Painkiller, I just found this really hard to use. Mystic Hour, Wham Bam, a little bit more chalky, I think because they have so much shimmer, but still gorgeous, so pigmented, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shades. And then Wanted, which is a matte black. A little disappointed because I want it to come out a little bit more deeper, darker onyx black than it does. It shows up as a little bit more gray than it does black, but it's still a really pretty color, and it blends superbly. All these I found to blend with my brush swatch, and then also when I was using shadows to apply on my eye, I found them very easy to blend except for Makeup and Chill. That was the only one I had a lot of trouble with. And then I have swatches of the I Will Always Love You and Justify My Love, which I thought were both beautiful. They do have some finely milled shimmer in there, so take that into consideration, but they're really gorgeous, and it's not like the chunky glitter. And then the Chocolate Soleil bronzer is one of my favorite bronzers of all time, so I of course love that. And then the Champagne Truffle shade, highlighting shade, is a little pinkier actually than I would have thought she would do, but it's still really icy and pretty and beautiful, so I really love it. Again, my biggest complaint was Makeup and Chill was pretty patchy and hard to blend, and Wanted I wanted to be a little bit more black than gray, but it's still really beautiful. I love how it has on the back a little quote from Nikki that says, "When life gives you lemons, punch it in the face and ask for glitter." I think that's so cute, so Nikki. But I want you guys to see how this applies on the eye. So I'm going to jump to the tutorial, and then we'll come back here and I will give you guys my final thoughts. Okay, so I haven't done anything with my face and my skin yet because I want to do my eye look first, just to make sure that if I have any fallout I can clean up before I move into the rest of my face. So with this palette comes the Power of Makeup Glamour Guide, and Nikki has 3 looks in here. There's the Once Upon a Glam look, followed by the Go Big or Go Goth look. And then we have the Glitter is the New Black look. So I really want to try one of Nikki's looks in here, and I'm really tempted to do the glitter, but the Once Upon a Glam looks amazing. It's like gold and like, you know, reddish browns. And also, yes, I haven't done anything with my hair. I put it in braids and then I take them out and I let it air dry, and it gives me like some mermaidy type hair. So I'm letting it air dry right now while we do our eyes. And I'm going to follow this look, so it really gives you step 1 through step 6, and it says first thing we're going to do is to prime our eyes with our Shadow Insurance. So I'm going to take my Too Faced Shadow Insurance that comes with this kit. I really like this Shadow Insurance, by the way. I have always been a big fan of it. I'm also going to go under my eye just a little bit because we are going to be putting some shadow there, it looks like. Okay, and then let's follow Nikki's instructions. So we'll take her palette, and the first thing she wants us to do is to take Painkiller and Makeup and Chill across the crease to define the inner and outer eye corners. So I'm going to first take some Painkiller, and I'll just mix kind of those two together. I'm going to be just looking down here in my mirror. This palette does not have a mirror, which is probably the one thing that I think it's missing, but it would also be the one thing that would make it a little bit bulkier, and I do like the size of the palette, so I am just going to sweep this across my crease. I'm going to go from the outer corner to the inner corner of my eye, and working with less product in the beginning, and then I'll add more. I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush and just kind of ease that line a little bit, transition it. And then I'm actually going to go in with a flat makeup brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of Makeup and Chill, and I'm going to just pat this here in the outer corner just to darken it up a little bit. I'm going off her instructions, but I'm also going off her picture a little bit. So it looks like she has a little bit of this color pressed in the outer third of the lid and up towards the crease, and then I'm just going to blend that out. Can you guys see how it's a little bit just patchy right there? Okay, so I've been blending this for a while, and I feel like this is as good as it's going to get with the Makeup and Chill. I think that shade on my eyes is just coming across incredibly patchy. I'm not quite sure if you can see it, but I have been blending it out for the last like 5 minutes or so, and I just can't get it to be super smooth, unfortunately, which is actually a super bummer. I really love that color, but I'm going to go ahead and follow her instructions and take Makeup and Chill, that same color, and we're going to put this on the lower lash line. She just said to sweep it along the lower lash line. Okay, so now we're going to take Irresistible, which is this beautiful gold, and press this onto the lid. This shadow, for being such an intense kind of glittery shadow, isn't actually super chalky, which is really nice. And look at the pigment. So this goes on the center of the lid. Okay, and then that is supposed to be kind of the eye look, but I'm going to go back in with a little bit of Painkiller, and I'm going to just try to blend out that crease a little bit more. And this is the brush that had Makeup and Chill on it. And then I am just going to take a little bit of Fix Plus on my brush, and I'm just going to get some more of that Irresistible, and I'm just going to really make that more intense in the center of my lid. Do you see that? So pretty. I like it like this. I just feel like I needed a little bit more pop. Okay, so hopefully you can see how much more intense that is. I really love it. And I'm just going to take a brush. This doesn't have any product on it. And I'm just going to really gently blend in that line. I love glitter, and I know this look isn't supposed to have glitter, but I just have to try this because I'm reviewing this palette for you guys, and I have to see how this glitter works. So I'm going to take a little bit of the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, which basically can work like the Too Faced glitter, whatever it's called, glitter glue, glitter insurance. I don't remember exactly what it's called. Take a little bit on my finger and then just dab this in the cap. And I'm just going to put this on the inner corner, just to kind of give it a little bit of a highlight / glitter bomb, you know. I just like can't resist. I need to see how this glitter works, and so far it's friggin' beautiful. She wants us to line our eyes with the Too Faced, this is the Sketch Marker, You're So Too Faced Black Liquid Art Eyeliner. So I'm going to follow Nikki's instructions here. I really like this liner. It's very pigmented. You have a lot of control with it. You can do thinner line or thicker line. And just because we have to try this purple mascara, I don't care that it doesn't match. We are going to use the purple mascara. It's going to be fine, you guys. I just have to see how purple it is. You guys tell that it's purple yet? Okay, I can definitely tell that it's purple in my mirror. Can you guys see that? So I just wanted to try it out, so hopefully you can see that that's a little purple. I am going to go over it with my telescopic mascara, L'Oreal Carbon Black. It'll make it like purple black. But I want to just add some black mascara here, darken it up. Okay, so let's talk final thoughts on the Power of Makeup by Nikkie Tutorials. Overall, I really like this palette. I think I will use this quite a bit. Too Faced by far makes my favorite shadows of all time, so I am a little bit Too Faced biased. I've tried a lot of their shadows before, and they have some of the highest pigment and highest quality, really bummed about Makeup and Chill. I have to say it does knock it down about a full star for me and takes this palette from 5 stars to 4 stars. But I love the 2 blush shades, the highlighter, my favorite bronzer, the 9 shadows, combination of mattes and shimmers. And for $56, you not only get this palette, but you get the shadow insurance, the glitter, the purple mascara, you get the eyeliner. I think you get a lot of product for $56 that make it really worth it. I love that she partnered with Too Faced. I think they did a really good job overall, and I hope that you guys will check it out. I hope that my swatches and my review was helpful for you, and that it taught you a little bit more about this palette, about how it applies, about what I thought of it, and that if you're interested in the shades and how it worked and performed for me, that you'll go pick it up. And I was happy to support NIKKIETutorials in this palette, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. Have a great day, you guys. That's it for this #Abby report. I love you, and I will see you on Wednesday for our first #Abby tutorials. See you guys then. Bye.